what is up, nerds, geeks, and collectors alike? Today we are taking a look at the Baiwei Star Leader version 2. And this guy is based on the Studio Series number 3207 Voyager class Optimus Prime, along with the highly anticipated upgrade kit. Now this kit does include things that weren't included in the first Baiwei Star Leader, but the accessories that were included in the first one are now improved. And we'll go by these accessories one by one, starting with the alternate face of Baiwei Star Leader version 2. As you can see, it does include the derpy one. I do have the two other faces of the first Baiwei Star Leader. As you can see, I do like this one in the left, and I wish they went with that one instead of this one. And in order to change his face right here, what I'd like to do first is to remove the head completely so that I would have this much freedom in order to access that, because it is extremely difficult to remove the face, and it would be more difficult if the head was attached to the body. And this way I can solely focus on the head. And let me just, there we go. And here we have the masked head of Baiwei Star Leader version 2, and not too bad. And in order to install this, what you want to do is just line up the pegs and slot it into place, push it down firmly, and here we have the unmasked head of Baiwei Star Leader version 2. Now I gotta say, I'm not really sold on this head sculpt, so I'm just gonna use the original one. Now moving on to the ab piece right here, he does have his Dark of the Moon abs equipped, but he does include the '07 movie as well as the Revenge of the Fallen, since he doesn't really change his appearance. Again, this is really tight, this part, because this is actually the first time I'm doing this. This is everything you see is I'm testing it out for the first time. That's why it's a little stuck, that's why it's a little hard, but it's doable. So here we have the Revenge of the Fallen and the 2007 movie ab pieces. So taking a look here, the details are asymmetric, which is accurate to the film. And let's just install the first one here. Again, it's a tight fit simply because this is the first time I'm doing this on screen. What I like to do is open the back piece, so if I'm trying to push this thing in, I don't break anything at the back, since they're all just tabbed there. And this gives me a lot of leeway in order to cleanly apply the ab pieces. And again, this is super hard. And here we have the alternate ab pieces installed. As you can see, they are, I think they are equal, because the one on the left you can push all the way, while the one on the right doesn't. I've seen people have this issue where their Baiwei Star Leader version 2 has a problem with the chest where it doesn't tab all the way in, but as you can see with my copy, this one tabs all the way in. It is extremely clean. I have no problems like that whatsoever. As you can see right here, the tabs are fitting. But if you do encounter this problem, what I suggest is that you shave the side mirrors. Wait, just allow me to remove this and shave off the side mirror, and if necessary the other side too, in order to finally tab it properly. And putting Baiwei Star Leader version 2 back into piece right here, as you can see, it does tab in well, just a little bit of resistance. I didn't need to shave the side mirrors for mine. There's just a little bit of resistance, but when you get it in there, mine just fits perfectly. And comparing the Baiwei with the original Studio Series 44 ab piece, as you can see, the original one has a more vibrant red as well as red on these parts, while the Baiwei is lacking on some paint. Moving on to the next accessory, here we have Optimus Prime's gun, the big gun that is, and there's not really a difference when it comes to this accessory with the previous one. Just some slight differences here at the barrel. As you can see, the new one has bigger holes, and in order for Optimus Prime to hold this gun, you just put it on his hand, and there you have it, simple as that. Now moving on to the next accessory, here we have the Energon AX, and as you can see, there's not really much of a difference except for the new one having a hole at the center right there. It's the same orange plastic, it's the same silver color. Maybe the new one is a little bit brighter, but in order to distinguish which is the old and the new, the old one has these bigger circles right here, while the newer ones have a smaller circles right there. And it's actually again the same. You just remove the lower piece of the axe, slide it in Optimus Prime's hand just like this, and you just install the lower part again. Oops, there it goes. Let me just put this in, and there you have it, Optimus Prime wielding the Energon axe. And let's compare them to the new axe that it comes with. This is based on the accessory that came with Studio Series number 44, and I genuinely prefer the new one. Comparing these two are night and day, because you can really see the paint and sculpt that the one that comes with the upgrade kit. And in order for Optimus Prime to wield this, again, just slide it in his hand, it will fit very nicely. And moving on to the next accessory, here we have the shield, bringing in the older one. Here we have a more vibrant paint, especially with the red violet, and they did change the way that the figure can wield the shield. And here we have a sliding mechanism which can make Optimus Prime hold the shield more appropriately. And let me just tab it onto his hand like that, and it does look a lot better, and as you would hold a shield. Now to the next accessories. Here we have Optimus Prime's Ion Blaster, and he does come with two of them. With the new ones, these ones are smaller, meaning they are now 1-to-1 with the official release, compared to the first ones that came with the upgrade kit, which are oversized. The problem with the oversized one are both are for the right hand, while these ones are for both the left and the right ones. And again, you just slot it into Optimus Prime's hands, and here we have him wielding both of his ion cannons. And I do like these ones simply because they are now symmetrical, unlike the first releases. Again, they're both for the right hands. This one is for the left and the right. And not to mention, now that they are 1-to-1 with the official release, now we can put it on here. This is the original weapon storage for the Studio Series number 32. Aside from allowing you to put it at the back, you can now put it there. And here we have the older one, which it won't fit because again it is oversized, but now it tabs in perfectly. Now moving on to the Energon Blades, these guys are a lot more vibrant than the older version. What bumps me out is that they decided to go with these holes instead of the older ones, which I kind of prefer since it has more detail. And in order to put it on Optimus, just again slide it in there, no problem whatsoever. He wields it perfectly. as you can see right here. Moving on to the Energon X 2.0 from the Dark of the Moon figure, and I like that they made this translucent plastic instead of just painting it over, and they uniformed it with the previous Energon X, which I really like. And here we have Optimus Prime wielding his Energon X. And here we have what could possibly be my most anticipated accessory from this upgrade kit, which are the Energon hooks. And I'm really pumped to have these accessories, and they do look good on Optimus Prime. And here how he looks with the Energon hooks equipped. And moving on to the final accessory, here we have the Knuckle Dusters. And I gotta admit, I didn't really care about this accessory, but now I just found out that this became one of my favorite accessories. I do really like them, and they are quite difficult to install. What I like to do is I like to slot the ones at the top first, and then adjust the ones at the bottom to tab in. So I really suggest that you tab the one at the upper part first, and then you adjust the one at the bottom, because the one at the bottom is a lot more easier to tab in rather than tabbing the one at the bottom and then the one at the top. And of course, we gotta take a look at the figure itself. Here we have the Baiwei Star Leader version 2 Optimus Prime, and he does look great. I really like what they did with the figure, and I really like that they kept the legs from the Studio Series 5 or the Baiwei Star Leader version 1, but this guy is 1-to-1 with the Studio Series number 32. Let me just get him right here. As you can see, there are minor differences, and those differences are the paint application all over the figure, and of course Baiwei Star Leader version 2 does come with die-cast feet, and Baiwei does have some gold paint that is absent with Studio Series number 32, as you can see right there. His chest is made of translucent plastic, while the original one is just blue plastic. The forearms are different. They both have paint which the other does not. And the shin guards here are actually not metal this time. And as you can see, they are very similar, just different paint. That's about it. There's not much difference in terms of sculpting or engineering with these two figures. So if you do not have the official one, this guy is a pretty good stand-in, since the official one is going for crazy prices in the aftermarket. Now I'm gonna tell you, I won't be doing a size comparison as well as a transformation segment for this figure, because I already did that with my Studio Series 44 toy review, which is the reason why I didn't review Studio Series number 32. But if you want to see that, I'll just put the link of my toy review for Studio Series number 44 down at the description below. So here we have Baiwei Star Leader version 2 in his truck mode, and as you can see, he does look like Studio Series number 32, but he is missing some of the flames right here as well as right here. The official one did have the flames, but here at the back he does have them. So I think they are distributing paint applications in places that weren't there before, and he does look good. So to summarize my thoughts with this set, I'm really glad that Baiwei did this, because it provides the opportunity for everyone who missed out on the official release of the Studio Series 32 and 44 to have this mold, which is the superior mold for Optimus Prime in the Studio Series line for his 07 to Dark of the Moon on-screen appearance. I can confirm that the plastic quality is great, not to mention I was spared from the quality control issue in terms of the tabs on the chest. But as someone who owns SS32 and SS44, the major highlight for me are the upgrade kits because it provides a lot of playability as well as opportunities to recreate some of the iconic scenes of Optimus Prime from the live action films. So that's about it. Till next time, see ya!